Hello everybody, I have been banished to the play area in my kitchen because of my kids being off school. So they are on radio silence in there, and let's hope they do not disturb us. I've been told with strict instructions I am recording and that they have to stay away. So anyway, I'm on a nice hard surface, so it's not going to be very comfortable for my back. But nevertheless, today we're working with weights again. So go and grab yourself some tins, anything you can find in the house basically that has a weight that's equal on both arms, or your dumbbells, whatever you have. And once you've got them, we're going to come start lying on our backs. And we're going to hold the weights in a T shape like that on the floor. And then just let the arms relax down to the ground. So, hoping that the sofa doesn't get in my way. Hopefully you can see me, but my instructions should be enough. I'm keeping my socks on because I am frozen at the moment. So just stretch your arms out on the ground. Find your Pilates breathing, long deep breaths in through the nose, feeling your lungs expanding, opening out the rib cage. And as you exhale, just let it all sink down, allowing your abs starting to activate, a little gentle squeeze in the lower belly. Inhale, open those lungs out again. And exhale, sink it down. 2 more times. And exhale through the mouth. You can just squeeze your abs a little bit more. Inhale, releasing. And as you exhale, maintain the imprint, a little squeeze in the belly. Go back to your breathing, but keep that little activated core. We're going to lift one leg up, followed by the other leg. So we're going to start off doing some rotations. And in order to do that, I just want you to keep your arms pinned to the floor and just do a gentle drop to one side as we exhale. Inhale through to center, taking both your legs into extension at the top. And then inhaling, bending, and then floating the knees over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, extend your legs, push the toes, pull the toes down, heels pushed away. Bend the knees as we inhale, exhale over to the other side. Begin to turn your head the opposite direction. So as we lengthen out, our spine is in neutral, our head's facing up towards the sky. Then we bend the knees, head to the right as the knees fall to the left, pin the shoulder blade to the floor, and then move back in. Head floats to center, legs extend, bending the knees, and to the other side, shoulder blade down. Hold, squeeze the belly back into center. And then if you wish, you can begin to add in leg extension. So as you bend your knees, float your knees over to the left, I go to the right. Extend both or one of your legs. And that will be your right leg as you float to the left into center, extending both again at the top. Inhale, bend, float over to the right, pause, left leg or both legs, extend, push through those heels, inhaling center, up to the sky. We're going to do 2 more on each side. If you're really tight in your hamstrings, you just want to do that top leg, because the point of the exercise is keeping our thighs pulled together and then really challenging those hamstrings, your obliques. And you might feel you just kind of can't quite get those legs straight. So just take it down to the one. One more to the left. One more to the right. Side gaze to the left. And then float back into the middle. Pause there, extend those legs up to the sky. Let's wake up these lower tummy muscles. Point the toes. We're going to work one leg down, lift it up, other leg down, lift it up. Switch, fast, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the leg up to join. We drop one leg down, lift it up, the other leg down, lift it up, and then 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg to join. And we drop right, left, squeeze those lower abs, right, and left, up to the top. Switch, right, and left, and float it up to join that one. One more time, right leg down. So we're always starting with the same leg, ending on the same leg. We will switch sides a little later on. One more. Oh, I think I've done an extra one then. Oops, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, bend the knees, and pop those feet down onto the floor. Good. Bring your arms out wide above your chest. Bring your weights together, whatever you're using. Pull your shoulder blades down into the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll your hips up into a bridge. We're going to bend from the elbows. My elbows are pointing to the sky. We bring our weight just behind the head. Try not to bash your head if you can help it. And then extend your arms up. Drop down towards the hips and lower your hips. So my buttocks just brush the floor. Lift back up. Pause at the top. Bend the elbows. Elbows to the ceiling. Extend the arms. Lower it down. Bend, extend, and drop. Lift, bend, extend, and drop. Keep those knees a little bit closer together. Make sure your knees aren't drifting apart. Remember to keep those elbows pointing up towards the sky and try not to bash your head because it will hurt if you've got dumbbells. 5 more. 4. And 3. And 2, keep those thighs squeezed in a little bit more. 1 more. We hold our bridge. We bend the arms, we extend and work it. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Exhale. 5 more. 5. Hips up. 4. Come on, squeeze that butt. 3. Pull those elbows up to the sky. 2. 1 more. And 1. Lift up. Drop the weights down and rest your palms onto those upper thighs. Now you'll feel instantly that weight pressing down into your hips. And those buttocks are firing up. We inhale, lift up and down. Press, press. So allow those weights to force a little bit more weight into the thighs. Keep it going. 5, squeeze your butt. 4, 3, 2, and 1, roll it out. Lovely. So just let your spine relax. Take those weights back up above your shoulders and bring your hands together. So remember, all these exercises can be done without a weight. Lift the legs to tabletop position. So we're going to work the chest muscles. This exercise is easier to perform with weights rather than without. So if you grab something, even if you squat from hand to hand, just that's got a little bit of heaviness to counterbalance the exercise rotations. And by that I mean, we carefully open the left arm as the legs drop halfway to the right. And there's where you need that weight on the arm to balance it out. Then pull everything back to center. And then kick the arms and legs away. So my leg go to 45 degrees, my arms just go by the ears, pulling the knees and the hands back. I drop my right arm and my legs fall to the left. Squeeze the belly back into center and kick everything away and in. Now, it can be done without the weight, obviously, but like I said, it just helps to balance it a little bit more to use a weight. Oh, I forgot which way I'm going. I'm going that way. So that's when you need to keep your concentration. Kick away. So my left arm goes out, my legs go to the right. I pause, back to center. And I'm going to get my legs and arms a little bit lower and more extended. So I'm almost in a straight line. Putting back in. And continue. Now, if you want to make this really hard, you can do this with your legs extended the whole time. So if you're here, you carefully drop to that pendulum. Now, don't go too low because your legs will just end up falling over, your hips and everything will fly and you've lost complete control. Back into the middle. Kick away. And in. Yeah, so that is a lot tougher and it's a lot, whoa, and you lost my balance. You just have to go that another inch or two and you'll just lose that balance between the upper body and the lower body. Now, whilst I'm going through this, I'm thinking about those of you that may not have a dumbbell or a weight to use, and you'll find it the exercise just isn't working because the balance isn't working, then perhaps you could go back to doing one arm down and work like this, back into the middle, kick away, arm and leg, come back in, drop the right arm, and then the legs follow as my left arm opens. So you're still getting that movement through the shoulder joint. You've just got a little bit more stability by dropping one arm, following the legs as we open the opposite one, pulling back in, okay? So that just might be a good alternative if you're not using weights. Right, guys, one more each side, whichever you're doing. One more, let's go. I'm not sure which way I'm finishing, but I'm going to go that way. And kick away. Now, lift your legs, lift your weight, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and then just press your weights up to those toes. 16, 15, 14. Now, really straighten out through those legs. Keep the hip bones pinned to the ground. Don't let your bottom fly off the ground. 9, 8, lift the shoulders higher. Come on, touch those toes. 5, 4, reach higher. And 2, last 1. And drop the head, open the arms, bend the knees, and just let the knees fall all the way over. Come into a rotational stretch. Just let the legs relax wherever they land and twist and drop into that back shoulder, left shoulder. So those of you that do want a deeper stretch, you can drop the weight of the hand on the thigh and then just reach. Fabulous. That gets me right across my hip into my buttocks. And I feel like you're practically talking to my buttocks today because my head's all the way at this end. So apologies. Take one more breath. Take that arm back out wide. Return the knees to center, straight over to the other side, but very slow transition. Let the body settle. Okay, twists are quite strong for the back, so you need to just introduce it to the movement. And once it's there, breathe, drop that shoulder. Option is to take that hand or weight onto the thigh and then twist. Lovely. That feels good. Right across the hip, all the way into the upper body. It's releasing some tension there for sure. And then release that weight back out, arm back out. Lift one leg, followed by the other leg, and just pop the feet down into the ground. Extend your legs down onto the floor. Lift your weights up, oops. And then lift your chin towards your chest and roll yourself up. Now, I know that we're going to have to come back down to the floor and finish off some of the moves that we haven't done, but we are going to move on and then come back to it all Not all of it, but some of it. Right, so we're going to work a little bit into the upper body. Swing your feet around behind you and come onto your hands and knees. Now we're going to do some rows, planks, knee jump-ins, knees out, jacks, that kind of thing. You can take it to any level you want to. I might start to warm up in a bit. I might take my top off now, and then I won't have to take it off halfway through. So you're going to start off by doing some work without the weight, and then we're going to go into the weight afterwards. So it doesn't mean to say we're not working the upper body. Right, hands down, tuck your toes under, and I want you to lift yourself up into a downward facing dog. I just need to get my top out of the way because it's annoying me. So tuck your toes and lift your bottom up high. Oh, my top has not worked. So let me just explain to you, triangular position through the body, extend through the arms, press your head and chest down towards your thighs and ground your heels as you lengthen out through your spine and your arms and the backs of your legs. Walk by bending, extending your legs one by one. I need to take my socks off as well because they're just going to end up rolling off. Okay, ground both your heels down. Take a deep breath in. When you're ready, we're going to roll our body weight forward. We're going to take our right knee to the left elbow, return, left knee to right elbow, return, and then bend the knees as we dip back. So I'm bending my knees are hovered, my bottom pushes back and I lengthen my spine, my eye gaze between my feet. You then back your body weight forward, tap, tap, push back, bent knees. My quads, my thighs are going to kick in here, okay? Come forward, tap, tap, and back. So I'm alternating between the knees. I'm coming forward, and now I'm going that way, bend the knees, lift the bottom, extend the spine. Coming forward, that way. Don't worry if you forget which way you're doing. You're still going to get both the rotations. And if it's getting too much, drop your knees briefly here and then come forward again and rotate, drop back and the knees. Otherwise, keep those knees hovered. 4 more. Squeeze that belly, lengthen. Last 2. Last 1. And then lift your hips, downward facing dog. Press the heels down, lift up, squeeze the tummy muscles. Imagine your tailbone is the point of the triangle. And then carefully drop down to your knees. Take a quick child's pose, lower your elbows down. So whilst you're having a little rest there, just take your eye gaze forward towards me. The next exercise you're going to do, I'm going to give you 3 options. Okay. Option 1. Here we are in a plank. Hang on, let me just move my weight that way. Here we are in a plank. So I'm going to row, plank jack, jump in, jump back. Row, plank jack, jump in, knees low, jump back. And I'm leading with the same arm. Now, because my feet end up slightly close together, you will have a slight rotation on your hips, but as best you can, use your core to stabilize. Okay, that's the hard one. If you want to drop it down a notch. So set yourself up. Let's all just set ourselves up in plank, okay? I want you to all try the rows. If you need to drop it down, come to your knees and do it in a half plank. Make sure your hips don't drop. You're strong. If I show you side on, you need to be strong here in the side plank. Rowing. Okay? And then, if you're doing it like this, once you've done your row and your row, you can either tap, or come up into plank, tap, knee in, knee out, drop back down and do your rows. Yeah? So that's kind of your slightly easier option. Let's all start together. If you've already started, just carry on. So I'm going to start on my toes, knees up, and let's go. Row, row, jack, drop in, extend. Row, row, jack out, bend and in. Row, row, jack out and in. So if you're on your knees, row, I don't mind which way you're starting, you're rowing both arms, lift up, tap, tap, in, out, down. Yeah, so you just might take a little bit longer to get through it. If you are doing tap, tap, in, out. Row, lift up, tap, tap, in, out. So whichever one you're doing, just keep working at it. We're going to go 2 more after the one you're doing, just 2 more. Keep it going, keep the breath going. I'm going to do the last one with you. I've lost my train of thought just by demoing. And up, row, jack, jump in, away, and down. Take a breather. Now we're going to come down onto the floor, turn over onto our sides. And we're going to come onto our elbows and we're going to bend our knees forward with our feet together. Option is to have the weight on your side, your elbows beneath your shoulder. So we're going to lift up, open, close, and drop down. Lift up, open, close, and drop down. So that weight just sits on my thigh to add a little bit more. And you might just want to put your hand on your hip, open, close, and drop. So I'm just lifting, open, close, and drop. Now begin to make it more into one piece. Down, lift, open. Down, lift, open. Down, lift, open. And if it really gets too much on that shoulders, keep going whilst I'm talking. If it's too much on anyone's shoulders, because there's quite a lot of shoulder injuries that come into Pilates, just stay on the floor and then just lift that leg up and down, just opening and closing, rotating, but don't let the hip bone move. Just keep that muscle working underneath, squeezing, and you will start to feel that. So wherever you are, lift up for 4, 3, 2, and hold, and pulse. Come on, open that knee, lift your hips. Now that underneath buttock should be firing off. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, rest it off. Good. So turn yourself over onto your tummy from here. Grab a weight, one weight, don't need both. Okay, so this is a little bit of work in rotations. Now, if you don't want to use your weight, please get rid of it now. This is strong on your back. Your feet stay pinned to the ground, but the tension needs to run through those legs. So squeeze your butt, keep everything working. The weight is just sitting above my head. I'm going to lift, do a gentle rotation, and straight back down. Nothing more complex than that. But with that weight sitting above my head, another 2.5 kilograms, my back has to take to lift everything off the ground. Lose the weight if it doesn't work for you. Bring your fingertips to the temples, lift, twist, and drop. So I would rather you got a good technique, more range without a weight, than feeling like that weight is pulling you down. You're not quite getting that movement because you want to feel the rotation occur. This is about movement and different ranges of the spine. This is about allowing your upper back to turn and the squeeze into the shoulder blades, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest, and drop that down. So with a weight, if you're not feeling that and you're just taking the pressure too much into your neck, get rid of the weight, yeah? Wherever you are, give me 6 more. And keep everything pinned down. So I'm not going to use my weight. I feel I have more control just turning side to side without one. And I can feel deep into my traps, into my shoulder blades doing the work rather than my neck muscles. Now, everyone drop down to the floor. That was 6, 3 each side. We lift up one more time. I want you to pull your elbows together. And if you can, lengthen in front. So drop the weights. You're not using a weight for this. Lengthen and squeeze. Lengthen and squeeze. 6. Come on, pull back. If you don't want to lengthen all the way forward, don't. Just stop about here. 3, 2. Come on, squeeze your butt. Last one. Hold. And release. Take a nice little relaxation, little hip roll. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Carefully pick yourself up. Come into a cat stretch to open the shoulder blades because they've just been working hard. And then as you sit back into your heels, interlace your fingers and push your arms forward. Squeeze your fingers together as if you're trying to pull them apart. So just visualize gripping the fingers and opening deep into the backs of your kind of wings that we have. Those shoulder blades are like wings. And you want to pull them open, allow that give. Good, release. Also take hold of your hands behind and just push your arms back and open the fronts of the shoulders, whether it's been doing stabilization work. And then swing your feet around in front of you. Get rid of my socks, so just randomly hanging around. Yes, okay, grab those weights. Let's do a little bit of upper body work before we come back down to the floor. We're going to do upper body with rotations, right? So our weights are gonna tuck into our shoulders, and you don't have to use a weight, remember? You can just use your hands. We're gonna softly drop back, quarter or halfway, and push the legs together. We're gonna rotate and punch, center, rotate, punch, center. Okay? So oblique work, shoulder work, back work, center. Center. Center, center, and exhale, center, exhale, center. Keep going. I've got a very bony bottom on a very uncomfortable surface. So just keep rotating, turning, squeezing, breathing. Let's go. 8, 7. Try and get your punch a little bit higher. Turn a little bit more. 5. Squeeze your thighs a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Turn your palms forward. Lift your elbows up. Sink a little bit lower. And press, 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 press. Now keep those thighs squeezed. Squeeze your lower belly. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5. Forward. 3, 2, and 1, and controllably drop your body back down to the floor and open those arms back out. Find your breath. Lift those legs up to tabletop. Okay, so we're going to do some little smiley faces. So by that I mean we rock over not too far, and then we kick our legs away from us, and then move them all the way across the centre like a smiley face, and bend the knees back into centre. So the same direction, take it that way, kick your legs forward, across, and bend back into centre. So continue that movement. Smiley face, not a very big smiley face, more like a straight face, but that's fine. Just imagine your toes with the pencil, they're drawing a little smile, back up, and then pulling the knees back in again. 2 more in this direction. And then after this one, we pause in the middle, hold there. So we're going to do a chest fly as we extend one leg away. Pull back in as we open the arms, and chest fly back, open the arms. I'm clearly hitting a sofa here. Drop, options to lift your head and shoulders. And if you're feeling really hardcore, you could do 2 legs together. 6 more, or stick to this one with your head down. 5, don't rush it. 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, and 1. Good. Release your feet to the floor. Drop your elbows down. Find your breath. Now, take your arms above your shoulders again. Bring the weights together. When you're ready, slowly lift your hips back up into that bridge. This time we open our palms forward. We bend the elbows down. We lift our arms back up, turning the palms in, and then bend the elbows down towards the floor. So my palms are now close in towards my hips. Extend back up, turn the palms forward, open out. So just do this even if you don't have a free weight. So do chest press, palms facing, tricep press, and back out. And we just maintain a stabilizing bridge throughout. Lift those hips. Ground down through all 4 corners of the feet. 2 more here. And of course, if a bridge doesn't work for you, you can do the arms without the bridge. Last one. Now we're gonna take our arms up, palms forward, open the arms up and press up 10 times. 10, 9, keep lifting those hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms in, tap the elbows, lift up, tap the elbows, lift up. Now lift those hips higher. 4, squeeze the backs of the arms into the floor. 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Lift up and lower yourself down. Drop the weights down to the floor. Or more like take your arms wide to that T. Find your breath, lift those legs back up to tabletop. And extend your legs to the sky. So when you are ready, we're going to go back to doing 1 leg down. This time the right leg leads, back up. Left leg down, lift up. We switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lift back up. I just did the completely wrong leg then. Ignore me. So, left leg down and up, I think. Right leg down and up. And then switch left, right, left, and right. And bring the right leg up to join the left. That's it. So I go left leg down, lift it back up. Right leg down, lift it back up. Drop down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the right leg comes up. So I've got that right now. Left, right, left, right, left, and right. And lift it up to join. We've got 6 more of those to do. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. And down for the left leg. Down for the right leg. Quick 4 changes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the right leg up. Left leg down for 1. Right leg down for 1. And 4, 3. Come on, squeeze those abs and lift it up. 3 more left to do. Let's work deep into these tummy muscles. Big switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. Last 2 repetitions. Let's do this. Come on, squeeze it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. And this last one, down, right leg down, and left, right, left, and right. Lift the leg up. Bring those arms up above your chest. Lift your weight up towards those toes. And let's go. Bump it. Lift it. Point the toes this time. Extend those knees. Reach higher. Get those head and shoulders off the floor as much as you can. 10, 9, higher. 7, 6, squeeze. Breathe. 3, 2, last one. And release. Bend your knees. Drop your feet. Carefully take those arms overhead. Turn your palms up, stretch through the arms, stretch through those legs. Get a deep breath into the lungs and exhale. Just drop it down. Take a little slide over with those feet to the right corner of your mat. Park your right foot over your left. Move your right shoulder followed by your left shoulder and come into full C curve. Now you can drop the weight if it's too much with that weight, okay? It can be quite straining on the shoulder. It depends how tight or mobile you are, but try and open out the whole of that left side of the rib cage, pinning your left hip and buttock into the floor, and just enjoy that opening. And then bend the left arm as you move your upper body, first of all, across towards the left. And then stretch that right arm and then walk the feet over the same direction. Keep your right buttock pinned into the ground. Left foot over right and side stretch. Open out, reach and breathe. So this side for me is so much tighter so I can feel that resistance. I'm just pinning my right buttock further into the floor. 2 more breaths. Then bending that elbow, taking your arm out. I'm releasing my weights now because I've got a little bit heavy for my shoulders. Just slide yourself back into the middle, uncross your legs. Take your left ankle over your right knee. Let's come into a buttock stretch. Take hold of your right thigh, head and shoulders down into the floor. Pull your head and shoulders, pin them down, push your bottom down, and find that wonderful opening in the buttock. A little bit deeper. And then when you release the right foot, take the left leg up to the sky, catch the leg around the back of the thigh or higher up, drive the leg in, make sure you don't lift this hip off the floor to keep it pinned down. And if you wish, slide your right leg down and just find that deep stretch. Toes down, heels away, leg fully extended. And then carefully bend the knee, slide your hand around the front of the shin, pull the knee in towards your armpit and stretch that hip flexor. So just drive the thigh, using quite a lot of force through the arms, and then try and lengthen your right leg another inch. Feel that lovely separation. This also opens up your sacrum in the back. So if you open your knee a little bit wide, you'll just feel that a little bit more. Perhaps slide your right hand to catch the ankle, and then you can go that a little bit deeper. Lovely. And then carefully drop the foot down. Take your right ankle over your left knee, catch the left thigh, head down, shoulders down, stretch the buttock there. Go a little bit deeper, open that right knee a little bit more if you can. One last deep breath. And then pop that left foot down, extend your right leg, catch the leg, drive it in towards you, toes down, heels away, right hip push down to the floor, then extend that left leg and just enjoy that hamstring stretch. And then bend the knee, slide your hand around the shin, and let's take it into the hip flexor. A little bit of force in the arms, sliding that left leg a little bit further away, maybe catch that shin and go as deep as you can, opening out through the back of your lower back and into the front of that upper thigh hip area. And then on your next breath, just ease it off, slide the hand around the back of the thigh and just use that to roll yourselves up. And bring yourselves into a nice comfortable cross-leg position. Sit tall, pull your shoulders back and down, allow your fingertips to come behind you and just lift your chest, pull your shoulders back. Release your arms. Take a breath in, raise your arms very gently. Bring your hands down in front, bowing down towards your fingers. Give yourself a little clap. And as always, I hope you worked hard. I hope you worked up a sweat. And have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye for now.